Welcome. My name is Rjpasini. For those who do know me, I do the reseller news, I do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. And today, I just want to go over two topics that I think that I would like to share with you. And these are my personal opinions and my personal takes on them. I hope you'll stick around to hear what I have to say. If not, that's fine, I understand. Two topics I want to talk about is, can you really make a living selling on eBay? And the other one is dealing with nasty comments left on social media. First one I want to talk about is going to be, can you really make a living selling on eBay? I'm going to bump out of the screen, and I just want to, before I get into it, I just want to say one thing, folks. For those who are new to this channel, I want to say thank you to the new subscribers. To the ones who recently left, sorry you had to leave, sorry you unsubscribed, but that's okay. For every door closed, another one opens up. I'm sure if I lose a couple of subscribers, I'll be getting a couple more, hopefully. Apparently those who left probably didn't like the content I put out, and that's fine. If people want entertainment, I guess this is not the channel for you. But for those who do stick around, I do really appreciate it. When it comes to those topics, well, that particular one in question right now is, can you really make a living selling on eBay? That's a hit and miss question. And you're going to hear a lot of people giving you their version of how to make a living on it, selling on eBay, and the ins and outs and how-tos and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and so on and so forth. It's a fictitious cycle, folks. I've been doing research recently due to no sales, lack of sales. It seems to me as time goes on, it's going to become more and more difficult to sell on eBay and make a living on it. We didn't even deal with the online sales tax issue yet. Now, again, I spoke about this in my other videos. Some people may be saying, do follow me, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Maybe not to worry about too much. They'll probably figure it out. I've been on the websites and other blog posts, and I hear a lot of varieties of that. Now I'm starting to even hear that eBay's planning to sell the company, but who's to say? Don't hold me to it. This is what I heard. Seeing is believing, is what I say. My father used to say, believe what you see and only half what you hear. So until that actually happens, if that ever happens, then I'll believe it. But right now, it's all hearsay. I typed in, when I go into, like I said, when I'm going to get into that screen there on the eBay community chat board, somebody had posted this here, I think it was back in 2015. And you're going to hear a lot of people stating claims that they're making money selling on eBay, they're doing this for a full-time business, so on and so forth. Folks, I like to believe a lot of things I see sometimes, but I'm not gullible either. Sometimes people will show a splash page of their financial transactions and say, well, look, this is what I made for the month of July, this is what I made for the month of June, and so on and so forth. First off, if you're doing that good, you don't really need to prove anything to anybody. Okay? I can never see, for me personally, I can never see going out and showing the whole world what you make on eBay, Amazon, or whatever. I think those things should be disclosed. That's personal. And if it ain't personal, people don't feel that way, then go put your W-2 on there every year on your tax time and show everybody what you make. I'm sure you get a lot of response with that. But anyway, it's very hit and miss with this topic. It's very touchy to some people. Some people will beg to differ. I put in 4 things in there, wordings in Google. I did a Google search on 4 different topics on there, and I'm going to throw it up on there in a second. And I noticed each time it brought me back to the same site. Now this is not on Google, I'm sorry, it's on YouTube. I went to YouTube's page, the home page, whatever, and in the search I typed in these 4 different variable questions about, can you make a living off of eBay? And each one of them brought me back basically to the same page on YouTube. And I find that kind of amusing, because they'll tell you, each one will tell you a little variable or what you can do if you got slow sales, how to promote your slow sales, how to make money on eBay, doing it full time, how to quit your full-time job. How to quit your job and do eBay full time. A lot of people put fancy titles out there to draw and attract attention. There's a guy, I'm not going to mention names, but people get fascinated with numbers, big numbers. And this person will talk about how much Jeff Bezos makes in one day. I did a Google search on that because I'm very curious by nature. And the last one I typed in recently on a Google, for what it's worth, it said that Jeff Bezos, who founded Amazon, according to that statistic, says he makes $107 million a day. That's great. Kudos to you. I wish you all the best. If that's a true figure, fine. That's great. Good for you. I'm sure a lot of people like to say I make $100 million a day. That'd be nice. That's nice. Very beautiful, great income. But I had to see it for myself. But anyway, I'm not impressed with numbers like that. Okay. For the simple reason is, chances are I will never see that, and many other people will never see that in their lifetime. Okay, people may say, "Well, speak for yourself." All right, I'll speak for myself. We'll leave it at that then. Okay, I'll speak for myself. If a person could achieve that goal in life, I wish you all the best. Kudos, and we're great for you. That's great. But anyway, I find it rather amusing when you type in those certain questions. Can you make money off eBay, or is it possible to make a living off eBay? You never really hear too many people giving you the opposite side of making money. It's always positive. Okay, now maybe YouTube's search algorithm has it where maybe it deters you from that. I don't know, but I typed in only 4 things. One of the hits on YouTube was, I think, was 965,000, and there was no way I was going to go through hundreds or in tens or hundreds or whatever to prove a point to everybody out there. That's totally up to you. If you would like to look and do your own research, that's fine. Some people may beg to differ with me. Some people may say, well, look, maybe you're not doing good in sales, but there are other people that are making it. Well, if they are, that's great. That's great. I'm only expressing this is my own personal opinion. Okay? So, I'm throwing it out there. And if anybody wants to share with me on this topic, you want to share your comments or thoughts about it, please do. I welcome all nice comments. So if you want to share that with me, that's great. But I'm going to bump into it. Really, I want to talk brief about it, and then I want to jump. The main topic I want to jump about, to get into, is the dealing with nasty people on social media. And I think you might want to stick around to hear what I have to say on that topic. But for now, let's bump out of here. All right. Let's go to the screen over here. And put my glasses on for this, folks. It says over here, this is the eBay community. Now, a lot of people may say, wait a minute. Now, you're talking something that was posted in 2015. I understand that, folks. I understand. You're probably wondering why I'm bringing this up now. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because there are a lot of people out there that are sharing the same experiences. If you go to downdetector.com, you go to different Facebook groups, you will hear the same thing. Sales are dramatically slow. And I mean slow. I mean, they're so slow. It's I can't even. It's like, how low can you go, right? Seriously. If you're not making money on eBay, right? How can you really make a living selling on it? If you're not making, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm sorry. I mean, I have to agree to disagree with people when they sit there saying, "Oh well, I'm doing phenomenal. I'm doing fantastic." Everybody's got a story to share. I'm in New York. What do they got? 8 million people here within New York and the 5 boroughs, whatever it is, or maybe more, but not 8 million plus. And I bet you if you asked 8 million of those New Yorkers that live out here, each one of them is going to have a story to tell you. I could tell you a story too. But everybody always likes to tell you what they're doing, how good they're doing. But what about the little guys like me, you, or whoever, the other people out there that really that ain't making the sales, or where you really can't make a living on it? How come people don't really talk about that? I mean, this person here brought it up, but when you really think about it, how many people on eBay are making a substantial income where they could actually stay home, and make money every day. Do you know people like that? I don't. Okay? I have a relative that sells on eBay too, and they're not doing good like that. All right? As a matter of fact, just to share this with you, the listings I do have on eBay will probably be coming off because the sales are so low. The only one that's making money, the only one that's guaranteed to make money is eBay off their listings. Now I have another bill coming up. My July bill, my June bill's coming up. I'll be paying it this week. Okay? They already got July's bill getting calculated already. So eBay gets their money every month, regardless whether you make sales or not. And I want to share this little tidbit of information with you. Okay, you could take it for what it's worth. And I'm not making this up just to hurt eBay or detract people from wanting to sell on eBay. I tell it like it is. Okay, and what I'm saying right now is I did not make enough money for the month of June to pay the eBay bill. Okay, now normally I don't share things like that, but I'm going to share it with you. Okay, that's how dead it is on eBay. Now you're saying, okay, well, if you didn't make enough on eBay, where's the money going to come from? Well, exactly. It's going to come out of my savings or my reserve account. And when you start tapping into your reserve accounts, savings or whatever money you have put aside, that's a telltale sign that you're not doing good. Okay, so if you're not making enough money, making enough sales per se on eBay to cover your monthly insertion fee, that is sad and bad. Believe me, folks. And people may say, well, if you're that bad off with this here, what are you going to do? What's your next alternative? I don't know right now. People saying, well, bail on eBay, get out of eBay, and go jump on Amazon or other selling platforms. But I tell you the truth, I don't know right now which way to twist or turn. And I'm being upfront and honest. Okay, so now if there are people out there that beg to differ, if there are other top-rate sellers, that want to come on and state their claim and make their piece, whatever, share their advice or opinions, that's fine. You may be some of the few, the small percentage of people that can actually say, I am making a living off of eBay. Okay, but they say truth is stranger than fiction, whatever. I don't buy everything I hear. Now, some people may say, "Well, I don't buy what I'm hearing right now from you." That's fine. I'm sharing my personal experience right now, folks. Whether you do with it, what takeaway you get from it, that's totally up to you. Okay, I'm not going to get into the debacle with anybody here. I'm just trying to bring a point out. Okay. But over here, you can see. All right. Yes, this is from 2015. This person saying over here, over the past 2, now again, we're going back to 2015 now. Over the past 2 years, I have more success selling items on Craigslist than I have on eBay because the cost of shipping fees always seem to eat into my profits. Example, I purchased an item at wholesale for $100. Its retail price on eBay, say, $130. So to be a little more competitive, I do an eBay, buy it now with free shipping, $125. eBay charges $12.50 based on the eBay calculator. PayPal charges $4. After packaging, tape, boxes, protective wrapping is $5. I have paid $21.50 to sell this item, not to mention gas, etc. So I invested $100 plus $21.50 in fees, $121.50 to sell for $125, and the profit was $3.50. How are you sellers making money? I really want to start selling more items on eBay, but I can't see how I make any money. What items yield? What does I say? Yield the largest profit margin. Now, here's the thing. I had a person that came on one time who was on my YouTube channel, and I was telling that how my sales were. I wasn't doing good, and he got on there and he was being very, straightforward with me, and I appreciate that. And he's telling me, well, you need to sell things if you want to make a decent amount, $25 and above, and you need to list, I don't know how many a day. Look, if you don't have the resources to list 100 or 25 items a day, where it's like anything else. Where is all this money going to come from? If you're going to list every day, and you're supposed to sell things for $25 or $30 and up. I understand his logic, the way he sees that there. He was telling me one time, he goes, basically all you're selling is junky things. I'm not to be mean. He goes, but you're selling items for $5, $10. He goes, you can't make a sustainable income like that. It's true, but my take is slow nickels bring in fast dimes. I figure sell low, small, a low price, and sell in volume, and you can make a small profit like that. Okay, so you might say, well, maybe you're not such a good businessman, Okay, if you want to put me down like that there, leave it at that, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But the point I'm trying to get across is everybody tells you, what they should do and so on and so forth. These are all these big-time sellers they got. Now, this is just one of a couple over here. It goes down here if you want to check this out. It goes down, then you get some replies. Can you really make a living selling on eBay? It says, no, you cannot make a living on eBay if you're a small-time seller. Again, this came out, this one here, I guess these all came out in the same, 2015. These are responses. And then it says over here, here's a person saying, of course you can make a living here. Although I'd venture to state that most who actually earn their entire living selling on me don't spend much time on the forum boards. Well, listen, folks, the reason why people are on the forum boards, to this person here, is because people such as myself and others like me, we go on these forum boards to find out what we could do to boost our sales. So to make a derogative statement like that, indirectly, is saying, you instead of chit-chatting over here, you should be over there worrying about making sales. Listen, that's all fine and Jim Dandy, okay? I have no problem with that there. If you want to, people want to voice their opinion and say what you should and shouldn't do, that's fine. But the bottom line is, don't indirectly come out and tell people they shouldn't be on the chat boards. They're trying, we're all there. I go to these things sometimes too to find out what's going on. How can I improve? Okay, so to come out with a statement like that, that's not really right, okay? But anyway, and it goes on and on. I'm not going to read this whole thing, folks. You could check it out for yourself, if you want to read about this here, okay? And then, you're going to get a whole bunch of different responses with this particular topic. But here's the things that you might want to share on for yourself. I'm going to put up this page here. See these here? Now, these are only 4 things. Okay, if you go to YouTube and you type in, is anybody making a full-time living on eBay, right? Not able to make a living selling on eBay, no sales on eBay, can't make a living selling on eBay. If you type these 4 things in on YouTube, on YouTube website, you tell me what those sites bring you to. They bring you basically to the same sites. You never hear, at least I didn't go into it, I didn't do a full research on it, folks, okay? So don't get over here, get upset with me and say, well, you should have done more research. I don't have all day to do research. I put this information out there to try to help people out or give them a little idea on what's going on, okay? What people do with it is up to you, okay? But the thing I'm trying to say is, when you type these, even in Google search, it always brings you back to, and I'm not going to start, the reason why I didn't put the websites up there is because I am not here to put anybody down. That's why I didn't put the websites up there. I was going to type this in there and show you what it brings up. I'm not here to, put any YouTube seller down. Okay, you type these in if you want, or type your own thing. You don't have to type these 4 topics in, but type your own in and tell me what you get out of it. Will you ever hear people saying, a seller come out and say, no, I'm not able to make a living selling on eBay, or I can't make a living selling on eBay? It always brings you to the topic of how you can make a full-time living on eBay, how you can make a living selling on it. Not can't, can. And everything you put on here is just the reverse. It's like that Seinfeld thing, the Bizarro world, right? Everybody, anything you type in, just the opposite, you're going to get the opposite of what you're typing in. So, for example, if I put can't make a living selling on eBay, and you type it in on YouTube, you will get sites that say, can make a living on eBay, or you can make a living on eBay, or no sales, how to boost your sales up on eBay, and so on and so forth. You don't believe me? Try it yourself. If you don't want to use these 4 topics, try a different one. And if you know what? If you do come up with one where there is a YouTube seller out there, outside of me talking about this topic, that's saying, oh no, there is a guy out there or a couple people out there that do tell you that they can't make a living on it, let me know. I'd like to drop a link in, contact me. I'd like to say, I like to say that, bring it to my attention. I want to read about it. I want to watch that YouTube seller and see what they have to say. Okay, but I don't want to ponder on this topic. It's just to throw it out there and see what kind of feedback I get from other people. That's all. I want to see what kind of feedback I get on it. Okay, because I'll be honest with you folks. Right now, this month of June, well, last month was terrible because of the glitches, as you know, the no view glitches and everything, and all the other glitches that eBay had. And now we're what? It's July 14th. No sales. No sales. Okay. The monthly bill clock is ticking. In a couple more weeks, right? 3 more weeks, 2 more weeks, whatever it is. No sales. If you don't have enough money to pay your bills, the question is, what am I doing here? What am I on eBay for? Is it just to give eBay money? The whole purpose of being on eBay is to make money. Okay. But anyway, that's something to think about. A little food for thought. You think about it, folks. I'm gonna bump out of this screen here, and I'm gonna just go on to the other topic. Let me just take my glass off here. The other topic I want to talk about, folks, and if you want to stick around to hear me out, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. As some of you know, I have a Facebook group, and I'm gonna go back to the screen again and just show you the sites I have, and you're more than welcome to join them. I had posted on my Facebook group, the Top Rated Seller group, and everybody is all welcome to join. If you have an interest in reselling, whether it be, you don't have to be an eBay Top Rated person either. If you sell on Amazon, Mercari, Craigslist, whatever, you're more than welcome to join. The group is growing. I didn't think it would grow this much. I'm not saying it's a lot. It's under 1,000. It's like 913 or 14 or 15, something like that. So it is growing. I'm getting people that want to join. The topic I shot out a couple days back was a message to all the group members. Okay, and here's what I want to share with you guys. That memo, or that message that went out to all group members, was pertaining to people, basically young women, well, I would say in their 20s or 30s, whatever, wanting to join that group, my eBay Top Rate Sellers group, and thinking it's a dating site. Now, you might say, where's the relationship? How to relate an eBay Top Rate Seller to a dating group? How are you coming up with this? Because I'm going to tell you why. I welcome all people. You're all welcome to join a group. You want to learn about eBay selling, there are other group members out there you could share your interests with and talk and stuff like that. Okay? Now look, if two people come on there and they want to become friends and they chat amongst themselves on that group, that's your prerogative. Okay? That's your thing. If you want to establish a meeting with another member, that's fine. I have no control over that. Okay? Whatever you do, whatever meetings you set up and how you do it, that's fine. Okay? I have no problem with that. What I do have a problem with is women, younger than me, okay, coming on a site saying they want to be your friend, okay, but when you go on that, when you click on, now I didn't know at first, I got spoofed, okay, I marked these as spam, but I'm going to explain in a second. When you click on watch the video, I'm thinking it's a video presentation, but it says, hi, I'm so-and-so, I just want to join the group, I want to, say I'd like to, find out what this group is all about. You're thinking it's an intro video, okay? And I got news for you folks, it's not an intro video, okay? The video takes you to an adult site. And I, for one, will not stand for that. Okay? That, if people want to go on those type of sites, don't go through it through my Facebook group. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me. If other people have Facebook groups are going through the same scenario, I don't know how the two interrelate, because it says specifically eBay Top Rated Sellers group. Okay? So I don't know how people are deciphering, hey, why, first off, why would you be on there anyway? If you have no intentions of selling, why would you go to a group, a top-rated sellers group, and have it channel or hyperlink to an adult site? That is sick, okay? And I'm not going to allow it on my group, okay? I look on my YouTube channel. For those who do follow me, you know I have the His Initiative, which is to help, inspire, and share. That's an acronym for that, right? And then I have the Clean Content channel. Okay, I don't discuss religion or politics, and there's no profanity or crazy talk on the channel. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. It's to help inspire people and share information. I'm sharing this here, and the reason why I'm bringing this topic up. So I sent that out. I shot that message out a couple days back. I get a couple nasty responses. Now, I don't know if the girl thought these girls were interested in me, but this two responses, the person's like saying a very nasty thing to me on my Facebook group, which is eBay Top Rated Sellers group, thinking that these girls are wanting to get to know me, and it wasn't that at all. What I was trying to bring out to that person is that they're trying to use this group as to meet men. Okay, and it goes both ways, because you get men too that would come on a group and want to, meet women. It's not a dating group. And I said that in the message. I said, I'm sorry if I offend anybody. This is not a dating group. And if I do, if you think it is, and it's not, this group is not for you. In other words, bamboos, adios, leave. Okay? Person messaged me back, this girl messaged me back and says some nasty comment. And you know how I reply? By not replying. Now, people say, now, I'm not going to tell you what the person said, because to be honest with you, I'm a very kind and compassionate person. Okay, I thought about what I was going to say, but because of my my personality, the type of person I'm very docile, very easygoing, and a nice person, who this person doesn't know me from Adam. Okay, and to make a derogative statement like that is very uncalled for. Very uncalled for, very insulting. I don't know what this girl was thinking. Listen, if this girl, this lady, whatever you want to decipher as, if you're looking for a GQ guy, okay, if those, GQ models are, right? Those are like very super handsome looking guys and stuff like that. If you're looking for that on this channel, or if you think that that's how I perceive myself as a GQ model, I don't. Okay, all right. This group was formed to help people out. Okay, if you want to learn about eBay selling or whatever it may be, you have different topics you want to talk about, that's fine. Okay, don't sit there and come on somebody's group who is the founder and the moderator of the group and say an insulting comment to that person, which is me, trying to make me look like I'm some kind of a idiot or something like that. I didn't respond. What I did was I just deleted the person out of the group. Okay, then another person made another comment. I deleted them out of the group. I just removed them from the group. I think there was a total of 4 people I removed yesterday from the group after reading those comments. Those 2 comments, and now if you ever hear, I'm sure people, if you're not familiar, emojis, those are those little faces. Okay, and each one of those little faces, if you click it on, it'll show you, one will say happy, sad, mad, or whatever. Okay, even though you say, well, they're just emojis, I didn't like the faces they made. I deleted them. Those people are no longer on the group. Okay, I am not going to, and that goes for this YouTube channel. I don't make videos to entertain people. I do these videos to help people. Now, if people don't like me personally, if you don't like me, my content, my looks, or whatever it is that you don't like about me, that's fine. You want to make comments, make nice comments, okay? And I'm just throwing this little thing out there, little tip of information. If anybody wants to make nasty comments, name calling, making fun, or whatever, don't waste your time, because you're wasting your time typing on the computer. I'm not going to respond to them. Plain and simple. So if you want to curse me out, call me names, make fun, I don't really give her a what, okay? I don't really care, because it's just going to be deleted. I'm not going to respond to you. You're not going to bait me into getting into a cyber war with you folks. That's not going to happen. And that's why it didn't happen on the Facebook group. I'm not going to get into a debacle with ignorant people. People that do stuff like that are very ignorant. They're to me, they have no class. And what this person said, these two people said, are no classy people as far as I'm concerned. If you don't like me or like my channel or like what I stand for or like my Facebook group or any group, then don't bother. You don't have to subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, but if you're going to be nasty and come out and say stupid things about me, then you don't belong in you don't deserve my friendship then, or whatever you want to, however you want to call it. Okay? I'm not here. I don't make these. I don't come on YouTube to be made fun of. I come on here to try to help people out. Okay? If you don't like it, then there's something. Then don't bother. Then that's all I can tell you. All right? But I think it's very rude and inconsiderate for people to make fun of other people, and I see it on YouTube channels. You know, people such as myself come on there, and people are making fun of the person's looks, or they have these stupid, they make all these stupid, ungodly comments about a person. It's so wrong. It really is. If you don't like a person or you don't like something, keep it to yourself. What do you got? But you know, I have to say one thing, folks. It's also the creator. It's their fault for leaving those on there, those comments. I mean, I see people getting cursed at. I mean, you name it, I see it on there, and the creators leave it there. Now, if I have people coming on there on my channel cursing me out and saying stupid things about me, you could rest assured that is not going to be on now YouTube for the whole world to see. It's not going to happen. So I just want to share that with you. And in regards to people thinking, well, maybe it must have bothered them, I got news for everybody. Those little sly remarks, I didn't lose sleep over them one bit, not one iota. I didn't lose sleep over it. I went to sleep like I normally do. Okay? I don't care about stuff like that. That's why I don't respond. The best way to respond to a nasty comment like that, folks, is don't respond. That's my suggestion, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to get in a heated debate with the person. It may come back and then it might start getting even more and more. And then you know what happens? Remember one thing, folks. Keep this in mind. You're on Facebook. All it takes is somebody, a nasty person, no, a person that wants to create a problem for you. They could contact Facebook and start complaining about you. Whether Facebook or not takes action, that's totally up to them. They could bump you off. You know, they can suspend your account or maybe close your account. I don't know, but all I know is you don't want to get in the debacle over people. Listen, the whole idea of the groups, okay, for the normal people out there that understand what these groups are about, it's to help people. Okay? Now, there are groups out there that if you want to go to dating sites, you could go to them. You know, you want to go to adult sites and look at that trashy stuff, then that's your prerogative. Okay? I don't want it. I don't want that stuff on my Facebook group. I had pictures where young girls would send, pictures of themselves, not dirty pictures, like, but provocative pictures, like, dressed up nice or whatever, in their swimsuits, whatever. That's not what this channel's all about. So I don't understand. I'm sorry, but I don't understand the logic. Why would a young woman go to an eBay top-rated sellers group, and it says it right there? Why would you go to an eBay top-rated sellers group and, think of it it's a dating? Are you going to that group because you're hoping to meet successful entrepreneurs, or, I don't know the logic. I don't understand it. Why would you come to it? That's my point I'm getting at. What are you here for? What's the logic behind it? If you're interested in meeting somebody, go to Match.com or one of those other dating sites that they have in there. You could probably meet somebody. But why do you got to come to my channel? What is this? Is this some kind of a... What do you think it is? Am I an intermedium? Am I a medium before? Am I the person in the middle here, the matchmaker here? You come on this site and then I'm going to refer you to somebody? That's the other thing too I get. The likes. Oh, that's another one too. The invites. So-and-so, it's a woman telling you to like another woman's page, Facebook page. So I went on it. I did that one time, and I said, okay, well, maybe they want to see, maybe they're selling something, they want you to like their page. I heard of people liking pages. I get that even in my Facebook group, and it's usually a person that has a business or whatever, has a business Facebook group, page, whatever, and they want you to check out their friend who has a Facebook business page, whatever. So, you'll go to them there, and, you're not thinking. You say, okay, well, that's probably what it is. I go to it. One girl's telling you to like this other girl's site, you have to like their page. And I'm thinking, they're friends. I go there, and it's the same garbage. It takes you to a different site, an adult site. So when I get those, I just take those, I delete those comments, and I stated that. I said I send that message. If anybody has any affiliating, they relates this to it, or tries to, equate this to an affiliate dating site, it's not going to happen here. I don't know where people are relating that to, but I've been getting those as well, and they're not directed at me. Okay, so I don't want people to think, oh, what does this guy think? He's like a Casanova, or he's like a celebrity, like one of these type of guys that these girls just flock. No, it's not for me. It's not me they're coming to see, or they're interested in. It's other people. They're trying to go to that site to meet other people, but not on my site. But anyway, I don't want to talk too much about it. I didn't lose sleep over it. I couldn't care less. Okay, I got rid of those 4 people, those undesirables. They're not on my group no more. And that's it. It's done. No response. I didn't respond to any of their negative comments or the little emoji pitches there. They're gone. They're finished. And all I'm saying is, for people out there that do have a Facebook group, whether it be business or personal, and you start getting garbage like that coming in here, trolling your site, do the same thing. Don't argue with them. Don't get baited into a discussion. Don't start getting into it. Getting into mitigating with them people and trying to talk to them and stuff like that. Because most likely, if they made that statement, they don't like you. Plain and simple. Okay? They don't like you. That's why they made the comment. If they liked you, they wouldn't have made the comment. Correct? Correct. So when you get into situations like that, bye-bye. Get rid of them. Just delete them from your group. I left about 4 groups yesterday too as well, because those same people that were leaving that stuff there, those comments, they had groups. So I just declined them and deleted them. So those 4 people are gone. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. The more people keep sending me stupid requests like that, they're going to be gone. I filter everything out anyway. Okay, I don't let just anybody come walking in the door. If you're there, like I said again, you want to learn about the business, please, you're welcome to join. Let me bump out of here. I just want to show you my little sites I have here on and again, we're not going to go back to this one. Here I am. Here's the group. My group here. It's the eBay Top Rated Sellers group. You're more than welcome to join it. Like I said, everybody's welcome. I think the last time I looked, it had I think 913 or 14 members, something along that line. The group is growing. Okay, it is growing, so which is good, and that's good. We're getting a lot of traction here, so that's good. Again, folks, as you can see right here, eBay Top Rated Sellers group. Okay, I don't know what else to say, but anyway, you're more than welcome to join. Here is my YouTube channel if you'd like to join us as well. I only have 283 subscribers. Who knows, after this video it might go down to 0. Who knows? I don't know. But you're more than welcome to join us. As subscribe to this channel. Like I said, as you can see, I did change the banner. It used to be Shop Rjpasini for great deals on eBay. I took that off because, first off, the reason why I did that, folks, is because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be selling on eBay, to be honest with you. The way the sales are going right now, I don't need to promote something that's not going to really be beneficial. That's why I put over here Reseller Entrepreneur, Online News Stories, the creator of the His Initiative, and Clean Content Channel. So that's what it's all about. Okay, so you're more than welcome to join. And lastly, I am on Twitter, the same type. It's got the same banner there. I don't have much of a followers. I only have 1,377 followers. I don't really tweet too much on it. I do and I don't sometimes, but when I have the time, I'll tweet on it. But maybe that's what it is. Again, maybe there are people out there that don't find my site or this Twitter group interesting. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, but that's what it's all about. So without further ado, it's going to close out here. I just want to say thank you very much for all the people who did hang out here. If you did hang out to watch the whole video, I hope nobody took any offense to it. Like I said again, I'm a straight shooter here. I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. Okay, and if you did get anything out of this video, you may and you may have not. I know I sound like a rant, but It is out there to share with you people out there. I like to share information, and I also like to get feedback. If you have the time, anybody has the time to, give me some feedback on what I'm talking about, these two particular topics. Can you really make a living selling on eBay and dealing with nasty remarks on social media? Send me your comments. I'd like to see what you have to say. And again, as long as they're nice, I will respond to them. Okay? If they are anything other than nice comments, they will be deleted and I will not respond to them. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, folks. I can take constructive criticism, but if someone's going to, message me or say leave a nasty comment, I'm not going to get in a debacle with you. I'm not here to get in a cyber war with anybody. Okay? I don't want to argue. I'm a very peaceful person, very docile. I just all I want to do, I'm trying to help people. That's all it is. Some people may say, well, the information you get sounds like, when it comes to selling eBay, it sounds like you're a pessimist. I'm more of an optimist than a pessimist. But again, I have to tell it like it is. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. And like that saying, and you see life through rose-tinted glasses. It's not like you think. And I'm telling you, if you look at some of the other blog sites and other sites, downdetector.com, if you go to that one and you read some of the things that people leaving on there, people are going to be leaving eBay if they can't make sales. Now, I'm a small guy. I'm just one of 26 million people out there, active sellers. Okay, I am just one of many. Who's to say what's going to happen in the next year or so? Who's going to say what's going to happen with this online sales tax kicks in? I bet you, I'm not saying I don't gamble, but I'll bet you dollar for dollar that there will be people out there probably will be dropping off of eBay and probably a lot of other selling platforms if they don't modify this situation where it's going to be, they streamline it where it's going to make it easy for the small-time seller. But even if they do, right, even if they do, what about the sales? What about the sales, folks? If you have to start charging, where the people would say to boost sales up, you have to start, offering free shipping, plus the taxes. How are you going to do it? I would love to hear what people have to say about this topic. I really would, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know which way to twist or turn. That's when I'm sitting here brainstorming myself. I try to think which best way to go. I'm doing everything that other experienced sellers are stating. How to boost your sales up, to do this, and you know something? It's a fictitious cycle. It comes right back to the same area again. You're right back where you started from. Okay? It's the same exact thing over and over again. They tell you the same thing. I was on a site yesterday. They tell you the same thing. Use promoted listings. Offer free shipping. Drop your prices down. What do you call it there? Check your categories. Redo your description. Your title. Put change the wording in your title there so the search engine picks it up and stuff like that. All of these things that are all conjured up into one big ball of information, you and millions of other people are following that same advice. And I'm just going to leave this in closing. You know it and I know it, as I said in my other videos. Folks, this is a big selling club. And there's no prerequisites to join it. Everybody's welcome. And that's a great thing. Open free enterprise, that's great. Everybody can join in. Everybody could be an entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur today, right this very minute. After you get off, whatever, people could sign up. How many people are signing up on eBay? But I feel sorry for those people, because the ones that are signing up, they don't know what people like myself and other seasoned sellers, they don't know what they're going through. You might get a new person that just signs up on eBay. They make a few sales. Oh, this is great. This is the greatest thing, like it's like the gold rush. And the next thing you know, everybody's jumping in on a bandwagon. I go to the thrift store. I haven't been going to the thrift stores, but when I have, a couple of weeks back I went, and a lot of my friends that I meet up there with say, I haven't seen you in a while. What have you been doing? One of my friends, one of the guys I met, he goes, I thought you went back to work. I thought you got a job. And I said, no. I said, the way things look, and I said, I probably will be headed back to a 9-to-5 job. They say the same thing. Sales are terrible. They're slow. I don't even know what they're doing there. Me, I'll be honest with you, I am not sourcing any more stuff. I am not sourcing any more stuff. I am not. The stuff I have right now, folks, is I want to get rid of it. And if you want a little word of advice, you can take it for what it's worth. If you don't, it's up to you. Me personally, and this I'm speaking on my behalf, I wouldn't go out and source right now. And the reason I won't source is because first I have 300 items up, or whatever, 300 something items up there. That's not a lot. That's peanuts compared to what other people have. I've been to one site on eBay. The guy's got 6,000 items up there. Good for him. He's probably making tons of money. I wish him all the best. For a little guy like me, I am not going. I have enough items. 300 items is enough for me, and I'm going to probably be taking some off anyway. And the simple reason is, if you're not making money and you're tying money up, okay, let's say you go out and say, I'm going to go source today. Today's Saturday. All right, it's July 14th. And you say, I'm going to go to the thrift stores today. I'm going to buy maybe $200 worth of items to list on eBay over the weekend. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's $200. So now you're listing, you're doing your stuff up there. You're listing all your items up there. Nothing's selling for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. You just tied up $200. Okay. Suppose you need that money at the end of the month. Suppose that $200 bill was to pay a phone bill, or a part, maybe pay an electric bill. The money's tied up. So what do you do then? Geez, I didn't make any sales. Now I got to tap into my reserve account. So now you got to go into your savings account, or if you know. Here's the other thing too. This is what I love. I just want to share this with you guys. What I love about all of this stuff here, about the ones that quote unquote full time. Here's what I like to ask these people. I know of 2 couples right now that are husband and wife that actually are home doing eBay full time. Okay, I'm not mentioning any names, but here's what I like to know. I do know a couple other people that their spouses work, and here's my take on it. If a person comes on there and says, I do eBay full time, okay, I do it full time. Here's the question I want to ask that person. Do you have an additional income coming in? Are you disabled, or do you have disability insurance? Like an income, whatever. Are you retired? Do you have Social Security keeping you going? Does your spouse work? And if so, does that spouse make enough money to keep all the bills in sync? I would like to ask these questions. Because every time I hear people say they sell full-time, I know of a couple of people right now that sell full-time, but their spouses work. They have an additional income. So in other words, if you're doing this full-time, let's say this is a passion you wanted to do. You're a woman, and you say, I always want to sell on eBay to make a few extra bucks and maybe turn it into a full-time business. Is your husband working? Does your husband have a good job? Is your mortgage paid off? Is your car paid off? Do you have low credit card debt? Do you have any credit card debt? And the salary the person's making, if you don't make any money on eBay, is it going to hurt you? This is what I like to know. Everybody sells on eBay the people that say, I sell on eBay, I do this full time. But do you have an additional income coming in? That's the thing. And if you don't, and you're doing this, you took the old plunge into this year and said, I'm going to do this full time, I saved enough money, I got this done. What happens when you don't make enough money and you start picking away at that reserve account? And you start picking, it goes down. Where it gets so low, you say, my God, what am I going to do next month? I don't have enough money to pay the bills. Then what do you do? That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody paints these beautiful pictures. You can make money full time. Are you really, do you have all I want to know is one thing, one question. Do you have an additional income coming in? Okay? Do you have additional income coming in where you could say, I could stay home and do this full time? You never really hear stories like that. But I know of a couple of people, I'm not mentioning names, that I know their spouses work. Okay? So yeah, when your spouse works, the person, whether it be he or she, has got a good paying job, maybe they're a VP or a company or a manager, whatever, making tons of money, and you could afford to do your vision, your passion, your dream, what you always wanted to do. Sure, that's a great thing. I wish I could have something like that there. How I got thrown into the mix is because the company I worked for back in June of 2016 had a layoff and 1,000 jobs went overseas. So I've only been doing this over a year and a half. I've been on eBay since 1999. But I've been doing it on and off. I mean, I really never thought of it back then. But, I mean, to be honest with you, a year and a half, people say, well, come on, are you expecting a year and a half to become successful? No, I expect a year and a half to be making money, though, to keep my bills going, to keep my bills current. I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. Let's call it for what it is. I mean, people sit there saying, well, maybe you just don't know how to sell. Come on, this is not rocket science, folks. This is not rocket science. Okay? Let's be realistic. This is no different than doing a yard sale. Well, basically, what eBay is, it's just like having a yard sale, but it's online. Okay, that's basically what it is. When you have a yard sale, you have people come in there and they'll haggle with you. Can I get this? Can you do better on the price? I've been to yard sales. I've been through that in the past. I go to yard sales and I tell people, could you do better on the price? What do you think eBay is? What do you think the best offers are? What do you think it is? It's the truth. It's the truth. And let me tell you something else. I think another reason I think it's putting a little dampener on things. I've been to yard sales, and I heard stories from other YouTube resellers on YouTube. I love the stories I hear. How now when they go to yard sales, this one particular person went to a yard sale, picked up an object. I don't know what it was. I forget what it was, electronic gizmo, whatever it was. Tells the lady, how much is this? The lady goes, I'll be right back. Runs into the house. Well, not runs into it. Goes back into the house. Looks it up on eBay. Comes out. The guy told the story. Comes out and says, well, on eBay it's selling for this much. So, what's the difference? What are you doing there? I mean, first off, the person's saying they can sell on eBay. Apparently, they don't want to sell it on eBay. That's why they have a yard sale. They figure out I can save the fees, insertion fees. But they use an eBay as a model to get an idea of what that particular item is selling for, and they're going to introduce that in their yard sale. So that's all it is. eBay is an online marketplace, just like Amazon, Mercari, all of them. It's an online marketplace. And, like I said, that's all it is. It's like a big yard sale on eBay, electronic yard sale. That's all the difference is. But the thing is, the idea is that with eBay is you have the comfort of sitting in your house and purchasing and making best offers. And when the winter comes around, you don't have to drive it out in the slush and the snow and the rain, schlepping boxes to the post office. You're not doing all that there. You get that luxury. Where the sellers like me, a small-time seller, has to do that there. But that's part of the trade-off. You want to be in this business, you got to go with the tide. You got to go with the flow, and that's what it's all about. You want to do this business, don't complain about it. Suck up to it and say, okay, this is what I got to do. I have to go out, if the dead of the winter, whatever. If you can't get to the post office, hopefully the mail guy will come there, the mailman, you can give your package to him. Then you don't have to worry about driving to the post office. I've been doing that in the past. But folks, I mean, let's be realistic here. I mean, let's call it for what it is. Everybody's making it sound like, this is some kind of a mecca to financial freedom. And that's the other thing I get a kick out of when I hear people sitting there talking about, oh, I make $100,000 a month, I make $30,000, $20,000 a month. Or the people that say, I came back from traveling around the world. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm living my life, and this, yeah, okay, all right. $100,000 a month. Then another time I heard a person was sitting there, another seller was talking about a company, whatever, saying how you can make $1 million a month. Come on. Listen, the thing is with this, I'm not knocking the companies that say all that, make those claims, okay, by far. I'm not putting you down or whatever. Listen, there may be people out there making that kind of money, okay? There may be a percentage, maybe a small percentage of it that are making that kind of money. But you know something? I don't believe everything I hear, and I'm not saying that for other people to follow my way of thinking, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of people out there that talk a lot of stuff. Boy, I'm telling you, they talk a lot of stuff out there, and let me tell you, like I said before, my father, God rest his soul, said it to me, and I agree. Believe what you see and only half of what you hear, because people get suckered into these things. Buy this book on how to sell on eBay. Buy that. You don't even need to buy books on eBay. You don't need to buy books on eBay. You could just go to YouTube and look at these things here and look, and people tell you. It's not rocket science, folks. When I worked at my job, I told people I sell on eBay on the side part-time. I do it as a hobby. How do you do it? How do you get involved with it? And you're sitting there telling them, well, it's simple. You go to eBay, you open up an account, you go to PayPal, you open up an account, a payable account, a PayPal account there to collect your fees and the monies. It's simple. There's nothing really to it. If you're a creative thinker, you write a nice ad, you learn the basic fundamentals of it. But once it's done, it's done. I mean, retail has got to be, online retail has got to be the easiest thing to do. I get magazines here, the internet retail, and they tell you how to, how you could still make money selling online, even though Amazon is taking away a lot of business. They say there's still room for small entrepreneurs to get in there. And they tell you, and the advice they tell you, well, you got to come up with a different niche. You'll come up with different ideas to do this, to try. How many different ways can you do it? I thought the same thing. I get this magazine here, Internet Retail. How many different ways can you sit there and try? It's like I said, like I was saying, it's like cooking an egg. You can only cook an egg so many ways. How many different things can you do with this here? What's the thing there? And it's the same information in this magazine. It's the same thing. Oh, be creative. Now another one is there's another one I follow recently. Well, if you could patent and create your own idea, that I have to agree with. But again, the problem we have now is a lot of things are being made overseas. So when you patent an idea, hope you make a quick sell on it, because let me tell you something, it's not going to be long before someone's going to pick up on that patent idea you have. And you say, yeah, but it's patented. From what I understand, folks, and I could be wrong, but if I understand, if you get that person's idea, okay, and you tweak it a little, where it's not exactly the same type of thing, it's not like, it's not like developed or formed or created the same way, but word by word or whatever, description by described the way it is, you could make a similar thing to it. That's why I say in marketing, bring back an old item with a new twist. You're revamping a dead thing, an item that was probably off market for many years. Because when I went to college for retail business management and marketing, that's what we talked about. We learned about stuff like that. And it's just a matter of luck too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, we're in very competitive fields. Everybody will tell you this line of work is very competitive. And if people tell you otherwise, well, you can still make a living in eBay. Okay, what's the model there? So in other words, if they're telling you could still, so here's the thing. Someone throws that out there. You're a person, that sounds like a great idea. I'd love to sell on eBay, stay home full time and do this as a living. Right? Everybody's telling you all this stuff. So you open an account up, you open your eBay account, your PayPal. You got a creative mind. You're thinking, hey, I could write good descriptions and stuff like that. I take nice pictures. I got a nice digital camera, take nice pictures. I could do this. I know I could do this. Okay, so you make a few sales. Now you're tasting a little, you're tasting the water, you're feeling the water down right here and there. Oh, okay, I'm making money now. I'm making a few bucks here and there, and it seems like things are going good. It's like we're on a right path here. I think I can make a go at it. I'm thinking the same thing. Folks. And what I made last year, doing this on a full-time basis, hobby/full-time, I will never disclose that. I will never share that information. The only one that shares was the IRS and the Department of Taxation Finance. That's it. That is not something to write home about. It's very sad. And the only reason why people say, well, how do you sit here and figure, how is it working for you? Well, first off, I consider myself a frugal person. I also call myself a frugal entrepreneur. When I was working in a company that I laid off from, I started planning ahead because I used to hear from other workers in the sales department and stuff like that. I networked when I was in the company, to share this with you. When you hear talk from managers and sales reps and so on and so forth that sales are not doing good, they're up and down, that's going on for a year or two, whatever, the sales are declining and they're not making the money they think, and you hear the company I worked for had 2 layoffs. I wasn't on the first 2. I was on the 3rd wave of layoffs, but that came a couple of years later. I started planning ahead, and I would tell my close affiliate co-workers, I would get them in a group, I say, people, I didn't talk in front of management, of course. I said, can I make a suggestion? This is what I've been hearing. As you all know, the company had layoffs. This is what I would do. This is what I am doing. I had a brand new car I bought back in the day. I paid off. I only had a couple payments left on it. I paid that off. Thank God the house was paid off. I had credit card bills. I was in credit card debt at one time. I made sure, not super debt, but debt enough. I made sure those were paid off. I squirreled money aside, put money away. Like I squirreled money away. That's an old expression, squirrel money away. I put money away in savings. Lived a very conservative life. Bought as need only, as per need basis. Okay. Now I have 2 cameras I bought back in the day when I was working from the company. Because let me share this story with you really quick. I just want to give you a little update. I went through 2 company layoffs and 1 company bankruptcy. Okay, so I bought this stuff back in 2003. My Sony CyberShot digital camera I take pictures with that you see on YouTube, on eBay, that was purchased back in 2003, I believe, along with my Sony digital video camera. I was working back then. You're making money. You got your low. Your expenses are not that bad, stuff like that. So I was able to do that. They're old equipment. They're purchased back in 2003. They're old, but you want to know what? They still work. And for eBay, you don't need to buy a $1,500 camera or a $2,000 camera. You don't need to buy that. You can go to Walmart and buy a $79 Samsung or Sony digital camera. You just want something that can take nice pictures, has nice resolution. You don't need to buy all of that. You don't need to buy all that expensive stuff. Okay? You don't need to. And the digital camera, the video camera I bought because in case if I want to do live shoots. Now they got the cell phones, you could do it with your cell phone, okay? But it's not like a digital video camera. And I didn't buy a $3,000 camera, so don't get that idea. It's a small little one, okay, like that. It's a Sony. I like Sony products, if you want to know the truth. I'm a Sony person. I like Sony products. But that's my preference. They've been lasting and working for me since 2003, and I use them a lot. No problem, knock on wood. They're good cameras. I have no problem with them. Am I going to upgrade? No. There's beautiful Sony cameras out there. They're coming out, they're sending me stuff all the time. All the new additional cameras that come out with all the new bells and whistles, Wi-Fi built in. I am not buying them. I'm not going to buy it. What's that old saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I able to load pictures up on eBay? Am I able to upload my videos when I use my video camera up to my YouTube channel? Absolutely. Why am I going to want to buy a 4K camera that's $2,000-$3,000? I don't need it. There's no need for it. So what I'm trying to say is, if people are wondering, well, how am I able to do it? It's because my frugality. That's why people make fun of people like frugal. Oh, that person's frugal. You can laugh all you want. You can laugh all you want. My father used to have a saying, don't show me what you have, what you're driving around in. His take was, how much money do you have in the bank? See, everybody could drive around fancy cars. You could drive around BMWs, Mercedes, whatever. If you're rich, you could buy a Ferrari or Maserati. But actually, how much money do you have in the bank? Do you have money in the bank? Everybody worries about they look at these pictures. Let me tell you, I've been around people who had, quote-unquote, these expensive cars, only to find out later on they were show cars. In other words, try to impress people. And it wasn't long after that you would see the repo man come into the companies and repo all his cars back there. And you know how embarrassing it is? You're driving around in an expensive car, and all of a sudden there's the repo man putting it up on a flatbed. Hey, where's your car going? Oh, that must be the repo man. Live within your means. That's what I did. I live within my means. Be very conservative and buy as needed. If my cameras break and they're not repairable, or if the guy says it'll cost you $200-$300 to repair the camera, it would be cheaper for me to go out and buy a cheaper camera and just discard it. Sell it for parts or just discard it. Be conservative. Don't sit there spending money. Don't buy things. Don't upgrade all the time. People, I gotta upgrade. What are you upgrading for? Does the thing work? Just like with cars. After I paid my car off, the dealer keeps sending me things in the email, advertisements in the mail. You're due for a trade-up. You could trade up and buy another car. I just paid this off. It took me 5 years to pay it. I'm going to go put myself back in debt again? Spending what, another $300-$400 a month for a car? And you know how I classify a car, folks? It sounds crazy to say, but you know, I classify to my friends at work. I used to get a kick out. It's a piece of metal on 4 wheels. That's all it is. It's a piece of metal on 4 wheels. I don't care if it's a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, Ferrari, Lamborghini. It's a piece of metal on 4 wheels. And My car is nothing in comparison to them. But my car, which is a cheap little economical car, will get me to the same places your $300,000 Bentley or Ferrari is going to take you. Okay? If we had to go to a meeting place, we had to go to a country club or wherever we're going to meet, and you're driving around your fancy Lamborghini or Ferrari, whatever, I'm driving my little cheap little economical car, I got to the same place you got to. The only difference is you're driving around with a car that's more expensive, of course, and it's classy, it's an exotic car, and I'm driving around in an economical little car. What difference does it make? What difference does it make, though? Seriously, folks, what difference does it make? Why put yourself in debt? I know people that lease out cars $700 a month. Do the math. How many thousands of dollars a year that is to lease a car out? And all you're doing is driving around looking, hey, look at my car, man. I'm driving around this fancy, expensive car. So what? Who cares what you're driving around in? Does the car you have, does it get you to and from point A to point B? Is it good on gas? Is it paid for? More of an expensive car. And I tell you the truth, I want to share this with you guys. I went to an exotic car company one time around. We have a couple around here. In New York, they have these car companies. They have Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, Aston Martins, you name it, they're there. Okay? Silver Shadow, Rolls Royces, and everything. And people spend buku cash on them. When you go in, they have soul signs, big soul sign there. It was a Silver Shadow, Rolls Royce, I think it was. $500,000 car, big sign, sold. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, beautiful cars. You know what they have on those cars, on the windows, or from what I read, unless they changed it? They have what they call a gas guzzler sticker on there. Man, I think it was the Lamborghini. It said to gas this car for a whole year, which I think it was like $7,000, something like that. Now, this is going back years now. Going back years. And I said, can you imagine I have to put a gas guzzler sticker on here? Now, a person that's got money, they don't care about that. All right? I mean, I'll be honest, but they don't. I mean, I went in there to see what those type of cars. I like those cars. I mean, I can never afford one. I know. I'll not probably afford one in my lifetime. But here's the thing. I just want to see what it's like to see, be around those cars in person. I always see them on TV. You see them on shows. But when you see them in person, they are beautiful cars. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They're beautiful. I sat in the Bentley and you close that door. It's like closing a 100-pound door. The door was so solid. They have movies on. They had a movie, I think, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was a PBS show. And they show you how they craft the Bentley, how the steel chassis, how it's made, the steering wheel, how it takes weeks to stitch the steering in there, how they match up the leather. It's got to be perfectly matched, and everything is stitched and hand designed, hand crafted. Beautiful car. $359,000. Beautiful. It's a very beautiful car. But I want to see what it's like. People say, oh, you go to eat your heart out. No, I wasn't eating my heart out. I just wanted to see what the cars were like. That's all. I wanted to see them in person. I was tired of looking at them on TV. I want to see what it looks like up front and close. I didn't sit in any of them. Well, the Bentley, they let you sit in, but I didn't sit in the Ferraris, the Aston Martin, all that there. Very exotic cars. But, because I don't think they really want you sitting there. And but anyway, it was an experience to see, I liked it. I liked looking at the cars. They're very beautiful cars. And to be honest with you, if I was able to afford a car like that, I most likely wouldn't buy it anyway. And I know people say, well, now you're telling a BS story. No, I'll tell you why. Warren Buffett, right? We all heard of Warren Buffett. 60 Minutes did a segment with him. They did a show with him. There's a man that lives in a house that he bought 35 years ago. Still lives in it. And he told the reporter that was interviewing him, what he was talking about, said, you could buy, you've been living in the same house you bought 35 years ago. He goes, I know. He goes, I could buy a beautiful house. He goes, I know I could buy a beautiful house anywhere I want. He's worth, what, 70-something billion, $72 billion, whatever? He can. Okay, he could buy a house anywhere in the world he wants. He could buy multiple houses. He was driving a Cadillac. A Cadillac, that's what he was driving. The owner who founded IKEA was driving a 1992, I think, Dodge truck or whatever it was, an old truck or something like that. If you read the story about frugality, if you don't believe me, do a Google search on frugal billionaires and stuff like that. Read what they're all about. Now, just because I'm a frugal person doesn't mean I'm going to become a billionaire or millionaire, but I'm just trying to say these are people that have billions. Okay, they have billions behind them with a capital B, and they're living a frugal life. They can buy anything they want at any given moment. Okay, if the guy wanted to get in and buy a Gulfstream aircraft private jet, he could buy it. A 50 million or $100 million jet, he could buy it. It said some people they don't care about stuff like that, and that's how I would be. I don't need to flaunt my wealth, and that's why another thing too. Sometimes you see these people, these celebrities, these YouTube celebrities, whatever. These people, they're over there flaunting their big multi-million-dollar mansions, their fancy cars. Why broadcast it to the world? I say. Why? Is that to inspire people? You too could live like this. Well, let me tell you, you too may never be able to live like that. Okay? It takes a certain type of person, personality, or the drive and the gumption to actually live that type of lifestyle. Listen, I would love to be a successful entrepreneur too. I would love to, be, but not to brag and not to show off, but I would love to make enough money to live comfortable and live my life to the fullest. But I don't mean by fullest, I don't mean traveling all over the world. I don't have no desires to go all over the world and see stuff. That's me. People say, maybe you're a hermit, you don't want to travel. No, I just don't really have a desire for that stuff. That's not me. But live comfortable, enjoy my family, my family, kids, be with my, have nice family gatherings, and enjoy and have the quality of life of being with my family, stuff like that. That's the best thing. And doing right by the man above. Okay? I know people say you don't discuss religion. I don't, but I'm just saying. But I do live on. I do live. I place all my faith on the man above. I'm grateful every day I see a new day. We all should be thankful for that. Thankful you got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and food on the table. Okay, that's what I believe. Anyway, folks, I rambled on enough. This is probably gonna take a long. This video is probably close to an hour, maybe over. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I just wanted to get these things out there, people. And I'm sorry if anybody is turned off by it. I may lose more subscribers because it is a YouTube video. And all I can say is, for those who do hang around, that's fine. I really love to have you as a subscriber. I hope you stay as a subscriber. And for those who are debating on whether they want to stay subscribed to my channel, if that is the case, I did enjoy your short stay, so to speak, but that's okay. I understand. I don't expect everybody to. I'm not a YouTube celebrity where everyone's gonna say, "Oh, I got to go check this guy out. He's got great videos." I understand that. That's fine. But I enjoy you. For those who are deciding to, depart from me, that's fine. Just to share this with you guys, whether I lose subscribers or not, whether I go from 283 now down to 0, I rest assured I will still be doing videos, whether people watch it or not. Because for the ones that do unsubscribe or that don't want it, they're not interested, there may be people out there that may be interested in what I have to say. So, that's your prerogative, that's your choice. If you want to, unsubscribe, do what you got to do. I tell it like it is. Maybe my channel's not for everybody. The content I put out is probably not for everybody. Maybe they're not interested in the stuff. Maybe they're not interested in what I have to say. Maybe people don't like me. Who knows? I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. But, I may get thumbs down on this video. Who cares? I can get 1 million thumbs down. I'm still going to be doing videos. So that's not going to deter me from doing it, folks. Just to let you know. So if there are faithful subscribers out there that do like my YouTube channel, you can rest assured I'll still be doing them. And for the very few people that do follow me, I hope you do like the content I put out. And if there are people here that are new to this channel, if you like it, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'll drop the links below to some of the things I have, some of my listings, my personal stuff I use, like to create my website, and the hosting company I use. You're welcome to check it out as well. That's totally up to you. Anyway, folks, I'm signing off. This is Rjpasini. Until next time, take care. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.